Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 60 of Scottish Dad Plays Minecraft. I actually completely forgot what the name of the channel there. Oh, weird. This is one with just Scottish Dad on his own. Kitty Cat, unfortunately, isn't able to make it today, so it will just be Scottish Dad, I'm afraid, for all you Kitty Cat fans. However, it was very important we got this video made because, as you can see directly in front of you, it's done! The mega sorting machine, which is what I've decided to call it, is completely finished, fully up and running and working. Every single one of the 80 slots is filled, so I can auto sort 80 different items, and it works perfectly, seamlessly. Yeah, every single one of these items can be sorted. I actually don't know if I have anything to sort at the moment. I don't. So I think we shall go and make that our mission. We will go and find some items that can be sorted. These are backup chests, so obviously, as I said, I have 80 slots available for the Mega Sorter. There are over 400 different blocks in Minecraft, so I do not have enough slots for absolutely everything. So I'm going to come up with backups for some of these. So what I'll probably do is have an armor and weapons sorter, item sorter, something like that. But for the most part, these are basically blocks and items that you collect along the way. Some of them are highly sought after ones and quite rare ones. The rarest of them all down here, to the point that I technically don't have any in here. You could argue that I've wasted one by making it the display, but I think if you're going to have all the precious items, you cannot not have ancient debris. So yeah, let's go get some items so I can show you the sorter working. Right, what can we get? We'll get various different sands and stuff. So I can sort sand and sandstone, so that's a fairly good one to just kind of get a few blocks of to be able to do it. I'll see if I can pick up a few other things on the way as well, just so you can fully see it working. So some sandstone around the side here. Hopefully I'm not going to be breaking into anywhere doing this. I knew that would happen. Excellent, so that's filled in the gap, and we'll create some cobblestone as well. Not enough sand there to make that worthwhile. What else do I have? I chopped down a tree. I've basically got something to be able to sort pretty much every type of tree as well. Weirdly, I don't have cactus, so there's no point in me chopping down a cactus. Let's get some trees. Right. Acacia. Oh yeah, there's an oak tree over there. Don't want to waste the ones I'm growing in my front part of the base. The good thing is these leaves, I can actually show you what happens when you put in things that aren't part of it. So we'll break this up, some dirt, and if I change over my pickaxe to the Silk Touch one, I can get stone as well. That. Right. Right, first thing, to give us even more things to sort, I will craft some of the wood into planks as well, gives us even more, and then we'll be started. So, the main idea, originally when I was making this, the actual sorter part of it was that chest at the top there. So you actually had to reach all the way up there to put your stuff into it. That's not very natural. So instead I created another system. And the other system is a bubble lift. The bubble lift takes it from this chest here all the way up to the top and auto loads it into that chest. Once it gets into that chest, it gets sorted along there. You see at the top, huge big massive line of what are they called? Hoppers, thank you, forgot the name. Hoppers that run the entire length of the room, all the way along, come down, all the way around, and all the way to the end. Now, along the way, they go drop into those hoppers there, and they basically check to see which item it is. If it's one of the items that we take, it takes it. If it's not, it passes on to the next and keeps going all the way around until it reaches the end. If it hasn't been sorted into any of the chests, it gets sorted through here, comes into the wall, drops into here, where there is a dispenser, which shoots into the lava, and it gets destroyed. So, you do have to be mega careful about what you put into this, because if it's not going to get sorted, it's going to get destroyed. I felt this was a good way to kind of clear out the inventory as well, because a lot of the time you end up just keeping everything that you've got. This way I've got something that automatically destroys it if it's not something that I choose to put in here. Now that is why I've got the backup chests, because without the backup chests we would end up having nowhere to put the things you do actually want to keep that can't be sorted, until of course we set up more sorters. But without further ado, let's see it working. So everything we collected, got sandstone, cobblestone, acacia logs, the oak leaves we will put in and see what happens to them. Oak log, dirt, stone, oak planks, acacia planks, sand. As you can see, they are being dispensed up the bubble lift and they're coming into there. They are working their way around. So the logs and such will come up here. Now, if we're quick enough, we might see them load up. No, we won't. Let's see if anything comes into the... It takes a while to come around now. From the looks of it, I think the coarse dirt, I don't have a place for coarse dirt, should be the first thing for it to actually get shot out. So let's see that get destroyed. There we go. Oh, there's the leaves. They're getting destroyed. They had nowhere to go, so they have been destroyed. Sand. What have we still got going? Everything's gone. Everything has been shot into the system. If we stay here by the sand, we should see this go up. Things are getting destroyed. It was quicker than we thought. Wow. That actually went really quickly. But everything that we just threw in there has now been sorted out into the various items. You can see that there was only a few things that ended up getting destroyed. Everything else has made its way into the system. So we have oak. A couple of logs made it in. That's not oak, that's dark oak. Normal oak is along here. So I probably should have checked the number that we had beforehand before we put it in, but they have gone into there. The actual logs have gone into there, and so on and such. It just works. It's fantastic. It's a perfect way to have a central place to collect absolutely everything that you need. As I said, it's very specific to blocks at the moment, specific ones for building. We have all the various terracottas, most of the standard kind of blocks that you get when you're digging underneath. A few special ones, so I've been doing an awful lot of underwater, so we have a lot of the prismarine and such into that one. Nether, a lot of the nether bricks as well as both versions of the trees that you get in the nether, so we can sort them. Magma blocks are very, very good because I've been starting to use a lot of these lifts now. Bubble lifts are incredibly useful, and I will show you for what very shortly. But yeah, the auto sorter, who knew? What an amazing invention, and it works, and it doesn't lag out the game, which I thought it was going to do. Right, it is night time, so we shall have a little sleep, and then I'm going to show you the next thing that I'm working on. So I'm going to come out, I'm going to go for a little flight. When I say a little flight, I actually mean quite a large flight. So from this point forward, I will actually fast forward. So I will see you guys when we get there. Right, so we're here. We are approaching phase 1 of the secret project. Oh, pardon me, guys. Right, so as you can see, we have secret floating island, random tree in the sea, because reasons, and we have a little tree island over there that I have created. So, little floating platform with 2 little blocks in it, one saying up, one saying down. As you can see, that I spoke about earlier on, we have our bubble lifts. So, to find out what is exactly going on, I guess we've got to go down. And down we go. Out the bubble lift. And as you can see, the up is just there. So we're underwater, we're at the bottom of the ocean, but we don't stop there. We have a staircase taking us down. I had for quite a little while this just as blocks, which is fine going down. In fact, it's actually quicker going down with blocks than it is with the stairs. However, going back up was an absolute nightmare. Wasn't as bad when I used the keyboard and mouse, but I'm using the controller, and yeah, it was a nightmare having to go back up using the controller. So they got changed to stairs to make it easier. Right. Big, huge, long tunnel. We shall actually know, we shall go this direction. But just know that it goes off in that direction. I think if you look at the coordinates in the top left corner, it's at 4577 at the moment. Just now it goes all the way along to about 3,500, so about another 1,000 blocks in that direction. Here we shall speed along. I'm going to do an awful lot of jumping, and actually to make things a little bit easier for you guys, I think we will speed this part up until we get to the first thing I want to show you. So we'll see you when we get there, guys. Right, so basically we're creating a huge, big, massive, long tunnel. Now, I'm not going to say what it's for. There are probably people out there watching this that can figure out exactly what I'm doing with this big, huge, long tunnel, but that's not the point in this video. The point in this video is to show parts of the project. So with this one, big, huge, long tunnels, you discover things. And with here, we discovered a mine shaft. I am not going to go into the mine shaft. The mine shaft is a standard mine shaft. I have already gone in and basically taken all of the resources that I need from it. But we found a mine shaft. So much so that we were able to use the resources to do various things, which is why we have this here. This won't stay, this will go, and when you see the finished product, you'll figure out why that needs to go. But onwards. So, the next part. And as you can see, while digging this super mega tunnel, you come across other things. So I haven't actually found the ancient city yet, but this area is absolutely massive. This is my way down to it, and I have accidentally summoned the warden already, so I tried to get rid of as many of the sensors as I could, but you could possibly have seen them back in the chest back at base. But you can see there's one over there, so I have to be very, very careful what I'm doing. Don't want to summon the warden just yet. That will happen in a future video though, which is one of the reasons why I have kept this place open. But it's amazing what you find when digging a giant tunnel. So we will go back up and then we will keep going along our tunnel. Probably should change these to stairs as well, that'll not as annoying. Right, onward again. Right, this will be a little bit of a giveaway for those, and probably is the explanation as to why we will be getting rid of the furnace and crafting block. Rail. We have lots of rail. We don't have enough rail. We are going to have to make so much rail, it's not funny. These are here because this was where I first noticed the blocks and that we were approaching some kind of ancient city. So I left this open as a key indicator before I actually found my way down to it, because I was obviously mining in the other direction. You can hear the creaking noises there. Very creepy, very creepy. Right, let's keep going on. Right, and as I said, it's amazing what you find when you come dig a big tunnel. We found a testing chamber. Actually, we found 2 testing chambers so far, so if I had gone the other direction, along to the 3500, there was another testing chamber along there, so we've actually found 2 testing chambers in this area. But it's fantastic. It's a completed one, so unlike the one that I've worked before, this one doesn't have anything breaking into it. So I've actually got access to the full thing now. I haven't completed this one yet. I think I've done 1 layer. So I will come back and get a lot more done in this trial chamber. But yeah. It's amazing, you pick a level and you dig along. You would never expect to come into the exact level that you would need to be able to start this. And yet I did. I'm digging along at -2, and this is what I see when I'm digging along. It's perfect, the perfect place to join it as well. It's right at the entrance, so couldn't have planned that. Didn't plan that, it just happened. So right, let's keep going. Right, if you can see in the distance we are approaching something. This will hopefully make it fully clear for those that weren't already able to figure out exactly what is going on. So this is the underground part of our base. Well, let's jump in the minecart, let's go along and you can see exactly where we are. So you can probably figure it out by now, and it's actually what dictated the level that we were on. Yep, we are at the XP chamber. Let's see if a zombie will come down while we're standing here. So XP farm, not XP chamber. It kind of made sense that if I was going to do what I was going to do, we would build it as part of our existing network. Again, I'm not going to say exactly what we're going to do, but you should be able to figure it out from everything that you've just seen exactly what I'm trying to do. It will get completed and we will see it properly in a future video, of course. But yeah, you can see a lot of work has been going on off camera, and it's work that kind of needs to be done off camera. Other than discovering the cool things, the trial chambers, the ancient city, it's boring. It's dull. I basically just stick a YouTube video on in the background and just dig my way along. It's one of the things the auto sorter has been actually really good for, because inevitably when you're digging that big a tunnel, you are going to end up with an awful lot of things in your inventory, and whereas before I would probably dump that or destroy it, I now have somewhere to be able to sort it properly, just in case you want to use those materials again in the future. I'm going to get any more zombies to try and get this pickaxe back up to full health. Come on. So yes, that is everything that has been going on behind the scenes. Now it has been a couple of weeks since we had one of these videos. You will have seen last week it was Star Wars Day, we had to do something to celebrate, so we did the Star Wars video, which was absolutely so much fun. We did get a recommendation for another Star Wars DLC, which I think we're going to do at some point. Obviously we won't have another date like Star Wars Day, but Kitty Cat and I enjoy doing these kind of special DLC adventures, so we will take that recommendation and do that. I think Path of the Jedi or something. There we go, we're back up to full health. So that is something that's going to happen in the future. Obviously this tunnel, for those that can figure out what it's actually doing, has still got quite a bit of work to do, although we are more than halfway. Oh, minecart must already be at the top. So yes, we are already a lot more than halfway there. Well, actually, no, we're pretty much bang on halfway now I think about it. So yes, probably another week, maybe two of digging to get us to where we need to be for that. And we're back home. And of course, it's night time outside, why wouldn't it be? So we will get ourselves back up. Oh, I do have to show you, Kitty Cat has been a little bit lazy. She still hasn't completed the sheep. Now, I think we can all agree that's a far better looking sheep than the one that she had before. She's also working on something else. Now, she assures me this is going to work. I can't see it. I can't see what she's doing is going to work. Weirdly, she keeps bursting into song every time she talks about that. Don't know why. Those that know. But she needs to get in and finish this sheep. Hopefully on the next video she will either complete it or it will already be completed. I'm kind of hoping she completes it on video. It'd be nice to see before and after. Right, let's get back up to the base. And back up to where we started, the Mega Sorter. My pride and joy, if I'm honest. I absolutely love this thing. It works so much better than I thought it would. I genuinely thought this would just lag and kill the game. It doesn't at all. You do not see it affecting anything when you're working. Do I have anything to sort? No, I don't. So, right, let's finish off where we started. In fact, let's see if I can do one of these. Yeah, there we go. Right, so thanks for that, guys. Just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on what's happening with the main Forever world. Kitty Cat will be back in the next video. Hopefully that will be for next Sunday. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye.